Starboard.
Hey, Scott.
Scott Starboard.
All right, I'll get Scott.
Starboard.
Scott 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 Starboard!
Now, turn it up, feel the bass line, gallop fast, collide past the stars, shoot through the mast. Hands high, cheer flows like the breeze, the Scott Starboard vibe, breaking rules with ease. Gritty like sawdust, but smoother than silk. Words spill out, whipped up, honeyed and milk. The show takes on galaxies, king of the scene. Fusion of rhythms, a genre-grafted dream. Scott Starboard. Every pulse and sound, a radiant glow. It's the Scott Starboard. Now giddy up, get down, and let that energy grow.
Uno momento, por favor. Oh my god. Okay, we're good. I think we're good. Let me check. I'm all disheveled. It's a mess. Damn you, StreamYard. It's a mess. Okay, I'm here. I'm up. Let's go. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I'm a mess a little bit. Hopefully that's the only struggle stream part of this session we will have. Thank you for being here. I am your humble host, Scott Starboard. This is the Scott Starboard Show. And tonight we got another doozy, baby. We had 3 doozies in a row. In my opinion, I thought they were banging. We had the one and only content king himself. He's got 500 names. Alex Starr was on with us last night. Tonight, we got another banger right here. We got another guest appearance. The one and only Morgan Elizabeth's going to be with us. Probably about 20 past the hour. I don't know. I tried to set it up. We'll see. Maybe a little earlier. Hopefully not later, because it's going to be fun. So, without further ado, let me get right into things. We got all types of stuff going on today. I was looking at so much stuff. There's a lot of, what I try to do is honest to God, I try to find, well, at least stories that are interesting to me. Sometimes they've been regurgitated throughout the day from other people, and I try to avoid that. I want to find interesting stories that you don't really hear about. You know, that's my goal. X is tough because everybody's talking about everything on X, but I think I found one story that people might not know. We'll see. I don't know. But before I, check out the chat and hit, Twitter, today is. It's Thursday. We are pre-gaming, tailgating, priming for prime time, baby. It's going to be a banger show again tonight. Oh, my God. First of all, I don't know Alex did an interview with Jesse Lee Peterson. I don't know if that's going to be tonight or not. If it is, it would be a premiere, but I don't think it's a premiere. Let me check. Let me make sure. Before I get my mouth, and my mouth gets me in trouble, I'll blame my mouth, not me, right? Let me just make triple show. Oh, I see so many great people in the chat. I love you. I peeked at the chat. I cheated and I looked at the chat. Come on. Where Alex Stein's always at the top of my search list. That's how it should be. Thank you, YouTube. You're doing something right for once. Oh, no, he's in studio. He is in the studio. I get a little sneak peek for you, okay? Tonight, Alex is going to debut a new song that he I don't know. We'll see. He did a little funny little skit, and they turned it into a song, and he's going to debut the whole thing tonight. But I got a sneak peek for you. If you're an X, you could have probably watched it yourself. But I'm going to pretend like it's exclusive to this show alone. So, listen, welcome everybody. I am so glad you guys are here. The last couple of days have been a little crazy. And I don't want to harp on it. Listen, I've been bothered all day about the events between Alex and Tuttle. I'm just the elephant in the room. I'm going to talk. I didn't want to talk about it. I have to just say something real quick. Temperatures are up. Emotions are running high. I've always liked Tuttle. I love Alex is my friend. So of course I am going to defend my friend. And I like Tuttle, and Alex likes Tuttle, but Tuttle hates Alex. Listen, I don't like. I have a few friends in my life that remind me of Tuttle, so I understand why people kind of cradle him and want to, give him the benefit of the doubt with all this stuff. You saw last night. Alex said, "Yeah, I crossed the line. I went over the line." You know what I mean? It's like. Alex thought it was a big gimmick. He can't believe this because he's like, go watch the end of the last Barp video. It ends with Alex and Tuttle. It's my favorite part of the whole thing. It wrapped up so good. And it's just like, man, like I can't stand the two of them beefing. I really can't. Bubba put a poll in the chat today. It was like 81% to kick Stein off. And I'm not going to lie, just like Tuttle and just like Alex, I'm an emotional man. I feel like Stephen A. I get emotional. I do. I get emotional. My mother can tell you since I was young, like people can say whatever they want about me and I'll forgive them in 5 seconds. Sometimes it bugs me, but it doesn't, I won't hold it, but when people, are attacking or fighting people that I care about, friends, family, whatever, I take it personally. I take it more personally than they do. So I just took a breather today. I was like, all right, because I heard half of the Tuttle came on with Bubba, and I just shut it off. And I was like, you know what? Don't make any rash decisions. Don't say anything negative tonight. I really do. It sounds cheesy to people, but it is absolutely 1,000,000,000,000% true. The energy you put out is the energy you receive back. I've always said, I like to just be a positive person. Once I met Alex, he put a name to it. He says high vibrational energy. And I love that. I'm like, dude, that's me, baby. So I just putting it out there. I don't want really to talk about that at all. I don't. Hopefully Alex will be on next week. I know I think he's going to be in Florida next week. I'm not too sure. He's got a crazy schedule. We had the best interview. I wish I had him for 5 hours. I would have picked his brain about all types of shit. But we are going to, he's going to come on hopefully at least once a week, pending where he is. If he's doing stuff, I can't bug him. And I don't like bugging him anyway. You know what I mean? But I did want to ask him. I wanted to ask him bad about his schedule, but I don't want to keep bugging him. So, and plus you can kind of figure out his schedule going on Twitter and stuff. So, I don't, hopefully he comes in next week and we don't talk about Tuttle because it's a touchy ass subject. It's touchy for me. I can only imagine hardcore Bubba Army that's been with, knowing Tuttle for years and years and years. And, like Seth is super close. I just found out today on Bubba's show that Seth is the one who basically approved Tuttle coming back after Tuttle was fired. And I mean, just listen, like I said, I was trying to say, I just remembered what I was going to say a minute ago. Alex said he went over the line. I was annoyed because Bubba was just making it seem like all Tuttle did was not message Alex back. And then Alex called him made fun of him for stuff that happened in his childhood. And it's like, dude, come on. But listen, there's nothing I can do but, whine about it in Bubba's chat. And I'm looking back at things that I posted, and I'm like, oh, God, I don't want to do that. I like being funny and saying jokes and laughing at other people's jokes. I don't want none of that smoke. Please, just for me, I'm just letting it go. I can't deal with that crap. I hate that it happened. I hate it. It sucks. I don't like shit that divides. You guys have heard me for months now. I'm always saying, like, I don't want to see, like, I hate the Bubba Army infighting. When everybody's infighting, well, not everybody, but, like Holyoke Joe's beefing with Tampa Terry. Holyoke Joe's beefing with my man Big E. This one's battling that one. Snizzook, somebody doesn't like Snizzook. Well, you know what I mean? It's like I love all you guys, man. I don't want none of that crap boiling or spilling over into here. So, oh wait, I got an update. Let me check. Yes. Come on, girl. Oh yeah, this is like 60 seconds. Come on in. All right. Enough of my blabbing. Oh shoot, before I introduce her, she's gonna come in. Morgan's coming in, and we're gonna try and set her camera up and do all that fun stuff. And while we do that, let me just say hello to you beautiful, wonderful people I love. Look at number one, my man, the machine, Bob Cook, baby. I love Bob Cook. Bob, thank you so much for being here. Thomas Gilson up in here. Thank you so much. Big E. Big E's in here. I am loving it. Doomy's up in here. Morgan says struggle stream round 2. Oh, man, I can be like Dark Matt Steve. My man, Dark Matt Steve. I can be like Bob Cook's in the house. My man, Thomas Gilson's in the house. I'm loving this. Big E, I know I did it, but I'm doing it again because I realized StreamYard has something that OBS just doesn't have. They actually have 2 things. 1, I can pop this up, no damn problem. 2, I can set up the stream on my phone while I'm driving home like a lunatic. Get the fuck out of my way. There's 2 lanes. That's it. The right one's a travel lane. You want to go 50? Go in that lane. I'm not supposed to pass on the right. I know I'm in a regular, standard personalized vehicle and not a truck. But when you get your commercial driver's license, like I have, I'm a CDL driver. You learn the rules of the road even more so, and it's like, it drives me nuts. Like, no, I'm not going in that lane to pass you on the right. That let some other dickhead do that. Not this dickhead. Somebody else to do that. Where's Mom? Doomy! Hello, everybody. Doomy is in the house. My man, up and coming comedian extraordinaire, B-W's in the house. Let's go, B-Dubs. My boy. Did I miss it? Truth is unbreakable. She said, hey, hello, everybody. Hopefully yours was a better day. Oh, no, I hope you... Oh, don't be telling me you're having bad days. I don't like bad days. To be fair, I was having a crummy day, but hopefully, even still, with all the stuff going on, like I was mentioning earlier with Alex and Tuttle and stuff, I don't even want to talk about it. But I'm not kidding. Like, it was messing me up a little bit in my head. I'm like, this sucks. Like, I'm like, honestly, you want to know? I'm like, should I even bother with the show? Like, everybody hates Alex. It was just crushing me. Even if it was only for, 20 seconds in my mind, it's like, this sucks, man. I hate this. I wish Gene Lasker got in an argument with Tuttle. Nobody would be mad then. And Gene's just as capable as Alex of saying mean things when he's upset. That's why I picked Gene. I love Gene Lasker. He's my favorite. No offense to the Diacos, Babyface, none of that. Everybody's great. Look at the unknown turtle. Hit the like and make sure you are subscribed. Thank you so much. One thing, Morgan's here. One thing I just gotta say real quick. my wife's looking at the stats on my thing, and she oh, by the way, episode 66 it was privated on my end. It was kind of a miscommunication deal thing. I unprivated it because the message I got was from like 2 episodes ago. I didn't know that. I think it was like 64 or 63. They were going to give me a strike, and I appealed that and won it. And I'm like, I don't know, but it's back on. So if anybody wants to watch that, but yeah, the Unknown Turtle 47 was showing me half the people who watch the show aren't subscribed. So I don't even, I'm a rookie at this stuff, folks. But I'm telling you right now, you gotta, hit like, follow, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It's not my bag, you know what I mean? But I got to do a better job of making it my bag. Red Draken's up in here. What up, brother? Everybody better be on Rumble following my man Red Draken. It's real Red Draken on Rumble. That's my man's in them. Reclaim gay all day, baby. Scott, like everything else, it will blow over. Bob, man, I hope you're right. I can't stand it. I really, truly can't stand it. Like, I see people in, like Bubba's chat, and I don't know them like I know you guys. And they're like, just saying negative stuff. And I'm like, I don't, like my instinct is to defend, you know what I mean? And I'm like, they don't know me. I don't know them. Like, it just sucks. I pray you're right, though. Big E said, it's not a big deal. Just like Bob said, it'll be over and done with. I hope you guys are right. See, I don't know. I'm going to listen to you, though. By the way, I was thinking of doing it tonight, but on Monday, for damn sure, this gentleman is getting a whole show. Well, at least as much as I could fit in. Matthew Adams, baby. Let's fucking go. Matthew, I went to, not to be too gross. I woke up in the middle of the night, to do my business. And I had my phone in my hand. I'm checking Twitter, and I see Matthew Adams is in a full blown ass riot in Seattle. They're like burning stuff in the middle of the street, Antifa uniforms, and it was wild. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, please be okay, brother, please. But we're gonna check all that out. I don't know if we're gonna have time tonight because I am a blabbermouth. I gotta get our guest on here. Let me go through page one. Let's go. I know. You know what, Morgan? You're right. Oh, we got Sean here. Thank you for being here. Whoop whoop. We got a ray of light in the house. Whoops. There you go. Did I miss? I just don't want to miss anybody. All right. I feel you, Scott. It's hard not to defend. Thank you. I'm like, you guys see me in the chat anyway. I'm like, I kind of talk a little bit too much. I can't help it. I just want to interact. I feel like we're all in the same room at a party, kind of. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, what's up? Oh, shit. But then, there's beefs going on, and I'm seeing all these comments, and I'm like I'm literally telling myself, Scott, chill out. Don't be that guy. Don't keep on, saying shit. Just let it go. And like Bob said, Bob and Biggie, you guys just made me feel 1,000 times better. Like it'll blow over because, in the heat of the moment, all day, really, I'm like, is this ever going to stop? But let me get to this going here. Let's go. G. Laska, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Patience. All right. Without further ado, you know her, you love her. Alex Stein dubbed her the chat rat queen. She is Alex Stein's enforcer. You don't want to mess around. She comes and defends and protects all us chat rats. You know you love her. Morgan Elizabeth is in the house. Let's go.
Hi.
Hello.
I feel a lot of pressure right now. There's a lot of people.
Is there? I can see, but I can't.
Well, no, I mean, Paige and Jean and everybody that's usually here anyways. And then probably our friends from Pod Awful are watching, which, hi. We love you.
We love you guys. Like, no war. As long as you guys are nice, you know what I mean? Like, how about this real quick before we begin? It was interesting because you texted me and you're like, hey, look at somebody reposted the video.
Oh, this morning? Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, I already saw it. And you're like, oh yeah,
I know.
you
I saw the
commented.
comment after I sent it to you.
But it was weird because I, watched it over again, and I'm like, he was like, yeah, me and Alex were supposed to, team up to go against somebody else. And it made me think, I'm like, yes, listen, if you pot awful people, you're going to hang around, team up and go against somebody else, please. Don't come
No,
after
for real.
us,
I mean,
please.
I feel like it's been a while since we've with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
Oh, yeah.
I'm tired. Like, I have made it pretty well known. I watch Jesse's content. I think he's creative. I think he's funny.
Yeah.
I've made that pretty well known, as long as he's not coming after me or Alex. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I used to subscribe to the Pizza Fund. Like, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, what's Mersh doing? Like,
Yeah. It's like,
what's Ethan Ralph up to these days? I mean,
yeah, how
which is
about that?
funny. I was actually just thinking about that because it's like almost a year to the day since
Yeah.
that thing happened last year with Ethan Ralph and me. And I was
Yeah.
actually thinking about this morning. Like, Jesse was really, I don't know if it was disingenuous or not, but Jesse was really kind to me throughout, like, all of that stuff with we'll just call him Voldemort.
Yeah.
And all of that nonsense. Like, Jesse was really cool to me, which was unexpected, but it was welcomed, and I think that I think that he is a good person. I just think that, like a lot of creators online, we're all shit stirrers, you know what I mean? Like, we're all a-logging literally everybody else, even us. Like, we do it all the time. So
no, you're absolutely right. I mean, when you told me that, when at the time when it happened, like the next day or whatever the hell it was, when, you're like, actually, Jesse was like, kind of comforting and, and
for
would
real.
Supportive. And I'm like, really? And it's like, see, it's hard to tell with him. Cause like I said, when I rewatched the interview 2 days ago with him, I'm like, I can tell it was throughout the whole thing, but mostly at the beginning, I'm like, I can hear his little tee-hee-hee sarcasm. It's like backhanded, not compliment, but it's like, it feels like, he's cocking back to, throw a punch. And I'm like, oh,
it could have went a lot worse. I mean,
yeah.
I was sitting on the couch with Dylan and I was like, oh shit, this is going to be bad. And it wasn't. So I'm glad that it wasn't, but I will,
too.
I'll give credit where credit is due. Thank you for not being awful to me, I guess, Jesse. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
So.
I am grateful for that as well. Honestly, like, I could tell he did want to mess with me. And then that other person I brought up, do you know them? Are they in the pizza?
I know, I don't know them, but I know who they are.
Of them. Yeah. Because I brought them up and I'm like, when I saw the replay, I'm like, I am a complete idiot. First of all, I didn't see, like, I wish I could show you what it looks like, because it's like, it says present or invite and it's a little box, right? And all it showed was black and it said neighbor. And I was just excited.
Well, and that's what I said to you earlier. I was like, I saw his icon. And that's why I was like, oh my God, like, I can't believe this is actually happening right now. And Dylan's just sitting there like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, you already know what I'm talking about. I talk about this all the time. And then, like, so for you to not see, like, I didn't know that you couldn't see it, but rewatching it, you could tell you had no idea at first, and then it clicked. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I totally know, because when I clicked it and it popped up to the main thing, I'm like, oh, shit. And it's the thing is, like, I didn't know he was gonna eventually be cool. Like, I'm sure he didn't know what to expect either, but he's not afraid to.
Well, you guys had a little back and forth in the Discord for like all of 35 seconds before they banned you.
I know. I thought that I wish we got to talk about that. He's been doing this for years, so he knows how to, like, kind of dominate the discussion, and like the way it, especially from watching other people and stuff, you kind of have to, like, not talk while the other person's talking, type of deal. So, like, and he's talking mostly, and then once I start talking, he starts talking, so I'm shutting up so people can hear what he's saying. And I'm like, God damn it, he's dominating me. But honestly, not at the time. It's only the rewatch. I just felt like it was.
We should all go and support Nick the Gun Guy.
Yes,
for my really cool Chat Rat Yeti. I love this thing.
You got he's asked me like 6 or 7 times. Like he's like, link up with me so I can send you one. Where did you do that? On Instagram?
Yeah, he DM'd me on Instagram, which you'd never use. But yeah, no, he reached out to me on there, and then I think I had it within a couple of weeks. It was really cool. And now I just have to get like a Chat Rat Queen one made because
yeah, of course. Damn,
that's my brand. That's my brand now. So.
Exactly, of course. See, he made that. Holy crap!
Yeah, I don't know if that's like a
amazing.
side gig or if it's like his main. I don't know.
Yeah,
but it was awesome, super cool. I literally use it every single day.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was really nice of him, and everybody should go and follow him. I don't know if he is on anything, but you should try to look him up. Nick the Gun Guy. He's in our chat for Alex's show. So
yeah, yep. He's always been
really cool.
super kind to me. See, and this is another thing. I keep saying I don't want to talk about it, but it's been on my mind all day. It's been super frustrating. It's been on my heart really all day. Did you watch any of the crap with today or yesterday even with Alex and Tuttle on Bubba's show?
No, I need to, just because I have no idea what's happening. But at the same time, I'm like, I have a lot going on.
Yeah,
right now,
maybe not watch it right. Maybe not. Your blood will boil just like mine.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And to be
I know how I get with people I don't know on like Twitter, which I have dialed it back a lot. But I definitely am gonna go back and I'm gonna watch, like, was it Wednesday and today?
Wednesday, yes. Basically,
yeah.
I mean, if you really want to
do it later,
if you really wanted to get into the beginning of it, it's like a month ago when Alex was in studio and John Morgan called. I don't know if you even heard that thing. It was awesome.
If I do, I know that this is terrible, but I'm so busy. Like I feel like I don't have time to breathe most of the time. And I'm not even doing anything really that's substantial. Like I help Dylan with, his business and running errands and then Brad wife shit. But
yeah.
When I do watch Bubba now, because I used to watch it fairly often, but now I really only tune in if I can remember it's Wednesday around like 9:30. But like I said, I've got a lot going on right now, so I didn't even think about it yesterday. So
right. No, well,
but I will go back and watch it just so that I have context and I can maybe understand it a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully I told you or Doc Match, any way you've heard everything. Maybe you don't want to watch it because I know you're going to feel like me and Paige do. And it's like, it's stressful, especially reading the chat. And, you've heard me say it a billion times. I truly do try to put myself in other people's position,
You are an extremely empathetic person.
I mean, I was going to say I try. That's just kind of I don't know how my parents made me or whatever, but I really do. Like,
well, they did a good job. You're a good person.
I appreciate that. But I sometimes I catch myself not doing that. And I'm like, all right, just take a step back, dude. And I'm looking at everybody, and it's, they love Tuttle. They've known Tuttle, forever. So it's like, yeah, of course they're going to feel that way. You know what I mean?
He's the one with the glasses, right? Is it glasses?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He looked nerdy and stuff like that. I don't, you're like me. Like, I don't give a damn what anybody looks like. Like, I went back and looked at pictures of Bubba, like from like the 90s and early 2000s. You wouldn't even recognize
you're aging
him.
us live right now.
I
simmer down.
I know. Well, no. I'm only 31, so
me too. Me too.
I was looking at my great grandfather's old photos of Bubba in the 90s. No, but I was looking at him like, dude, he was like a handsome, scary looking, big, rugged ass dude. And I'm not saying he ain't rugged now, but now he's like sweet, rugged grandpa.
We're old now. Yeah.
I know, it sucks.
And that's the thing too. Like, you were talking about how, like, you're a really kind person, whatever, and people get this like weird preconceived notion about me because I do go so hard at people on Twitter. But like you, Paige, Alex, like certain people, like you guys have actually gotten to know me, and like I'm such a nice person, and I'm not even like trying to like do anything. Like, I have this weird, like, everybody in my life that I meet, like, the first thought is like, holy shit, you're mean. Like, you look mean. And I'm like, but I'm so nice. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
it's just
See,
funny to hear you, because I know how nice you are. Like, when you do get upset about
yeah.
something or like heated, it's funny to me, because it's like, that's so out of character for you.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, for probably the first, I wouldn't even say half now, because I'm an old man. But for most of the beginning of my life, it was much different. It's like I grew up in a city, so it's just like prison. You could send a nice guy to prison. He comes out and he's like, eating his dinner at the table with his family. He's like, get out of here, I'll start shaking. You just get kind of used to that lifestyle in there. It's like,
Yeah.
that's the way it was being a city. Like I said, I don't know if it was, I think it was Jesse, actually. There were 4,033 kids in just my grade. Like,
I had
big
like
ass crazy city. It's like there's a lot of fucking people.
That's insane, because in middle school I had 30 kids, and then in high school my graduating class I think was 72. Like,
Damn.
I live in the middle of nowhere. Like, I'm gonna actually show you.
Wow.
Like, this is how middle of nowhere. I'm at home. Like, that's my yard.
See,
like, I'm
that's
surrounded by trees and water and no people. Like, there's nobody around. It's nice. I don't even have a stoplight in my town. So
damn. Well, I
my
mean,
closest Walmart is 35 minutes away. Like, but I love it. You know what I mean? Because
well,
like,
that's
I
not
feel
bad.
like
That's not too bad.
I live in, and I say this a lot, I feel like I live in one of the safest places you could be. And as shitty as it is New York. But
Yeah.
I'm super far in the Adirondacks upstate. Like,
Hell
we don't
yeah.
have, there was a murder last year, I think, or maybe the year before. There was like and it involved drugs. Like, drugs are our crime, because
Yeah.
drugs are problematic everywhere. But like,
Yeah.
that was such a huge deal, because that doesn't happen here. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So like,
right.
everybody was freaking out. The Dannemora prison break, the anniversary of that, I think it's been 10 years. Yeah, because my sister got married the same day that happened. You know that Escape from Dannemora, that mini series they made?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it, but I know
Yeah, well,
of it.
that happened about an hour north of me. And when it happened, I was living like right down the road from it. It was terrifying
Holy
for like a
shit.
month. Yeah, it was
Oh,
awful.
I bet. I mean, people were scared. That's I heard little bits.
I mean, it was on national news every day. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
insane.
Damn. Well, I mean, like, I'm not a true crime guy. I like like I'm friends with Turtle Boy,
Yeah.
Aiden Kearney. He's like a super crazy. People say he's a gonzo journalist. I hate that expression. It was probably cool years ago, but for me, it just sounds.
I just think of the Muppet.
Thank you. That's exactly. I'm like Gonzo. It's just a puppet. He's being a pain in the ass to people. I don't know. I mean, we do love the puppet guy that's on with Alex, but
oh yeah, Edgar. He needs to be on more, dude. He's so funny.
He's fucking awesome. He's good on his toes too. Like Alex, I am not just blowing smoke. Alex is one of the best people on his toes. I used to be like that. As I'm getting older, I swear my brain, like my wife always says, she's always like, just focus. You have too many things in your brain. And she's not wrong. She's absolutely right. I guess maybe when I was younger, I could, keep my focus on one thing. But by the way, before I forget, while I'm focusing, shout out to Dylan. You mentioned his name twice and we haven't even said hello. What is up, Dylan? I know you busting your hump out there. Is it hot?
I was gonna say he's at work. He's still working right now. He's on a really big job down in town, and dude, he's the hardest working person I've ever met in my life. It drives me nuts, actually.
Damn,
like, I'm super happy that he is so motivated and like hardworking, but at the same time, like at night, it drives me insane, because it's like, okay, it's 9-10 o'clock at night. Like, let's wind down. And then his brain is just, it's still going. And I admire him so much for everything that he does. And
he's the man.
He's incredible. I've literally waited my whole life for this. You know what I mean? Like, I've gone through some pretty terrible things, especially recently, and this has just been such a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? And then there's some other things that I'm gonna wait to talk about, but it's just my life. I'm getting the life that I deserve, and I'm so happy.
Yep. No,
That
I
doesn't
mean,
mean that he doesn't drive me insane,
he's
because he
supposed
does.
to. He's supposed
But
to.
it's not in a I can't stand you. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
he's such a dork. And I don't mean that in a mean way. He's just so
No.
goofy. You know what I mean? Like he literally, like, every single morning, almost every single morning, he's like singing. Like he just sings and
That's my boy.
jokes around. Like he's great. And
Yes.
I'm mad that he's not here, because that would have been cool, but he's busily
I
cutting
was so
things down and doing tree stuff, and
yeah. I was so busy. You know me. It's driving me crazy half the time, honestly, and I don't have enough prep time, because one of the things I was going to ask you is if Dylan was going to be with you, because I was hoping, if he's, not camera shy. Believe me, I'm camera shy, and I do this, but still, it's like
no.
I didn't want to put him on the spot, but that's why I was just hoping in a way he was on. So I want to give him his flowers and shit. He's a trad dad. Listen, I have probably about maybe 12 between family and friends, guys that raise their kids. Like, because the courts, it's always like automatically goes to the mom. And we could debate back and forth. I actually think it's probably more fair, you know what I mean, in a way. But and so for the guys to have their
debate
kids,
back and forth about that.
Yeah, right. I know. Well, I bet you we absolutely would agree with each other on every single point. To be fair, that's why I was like, I don't worry about it, because so especially like in Massachusetts where I'm coming from, so the if you know anything about the Karen Reed trial, it's on full display. This is the most, maybe there's other states worse, which I can't believe there are, because the justice system in Massachusetts sucks.
New York is a joke.
It's probably, I was going to say, that's what I was going to say. It's the worst. And I'm like, New York's pretty bad. And I'm sure Washington, D.C. is probably even a million times worse.
I mean, I honestly believe that New York is probably the worst state, aside from what's going on in California right now. But like, without getting into detail, the stuff that I just went through with my ex, that court stuff finally just concluded last week. And they sent him out for a pre-sentence investigation to determine if he was eligible for probation or not. The probation department determined he was not eligible for probation, and they wanted to incarcerate him. So the judge, which he deserves. The judge said, well, I already agreed to probation, so that's what we're going to do. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here knowing what I've just gone through and all of the horrific shit that he did and continues to do, because he stalks my life.
No.
Even with a restraining order. Yeah. They gave him 3 years probation. And I'm just sitting here like and I hate this word. I hate referring to myself as a victim. It makes me feel gross and weak.
Yeah, I know.
But the reality is that is what I would be classified as. And I was re-victimized repeatedly throughout this process. And then for them to basically spit in my eye and say, well, here's a slap on the wrist and have a nice day. Like, it was so insulting. I cried about it.
I bet.
I'm so angry, but at least I got a little bit of closure, and he doesn't know where I live now, which is really nice. So the stalking has lessened, but at least it's done.
I was about to say I was going to ask you that, but I wasn't going to ask. I was thinking it though. Like,
yeah, no, he has no idea where I am. And that's good.
Damn. I mean, listen, I get that people are butthurt. People get butthurt, and I know at least when I was a kid, really, I was jealous type. I still am. Who the fuck am I lying? But I got better at it.
We all have those moments, and it's totally understandable most of the time. So.
But it's like you have to, like, I don't know, when the judge bangs a gavel that your shit's over, it's like that's the moment when you're like, fuck this then. You know what I mean? Move on to your life. Why are you chasing after this person? They clearly, they needed a judge to get rid of your ass. Like, like
how many ways do I need to prove that I don't want you at all? Like, I don't know. I mean, I went on Pod Awful and told the truth about him on there. I mean, I went to court, I literally got a divorce, and I literally got multiple restraining orders. Like, I don't know how else to prove to you that I hate you, and I wish you would just go wherever it is you need to be, but it is not here.
Yeah, it's like, oh, driving by me real slow in the middle of the night.
Parking down the street from my house, dude.
Like,
he parked down the street from my house, was taking pictures of Dylan and his son and Dylan's work truck, which has, you know, his phone number and blah, blah, blah. Like, and the cops wouldn't do anything because they said that they couldn't find the restraining order in their system. I'm like, well, you might want to look again. They made me go out to the courthouse and confirm that I had one. But even after the fact, they wouldn't do anything about it. And that's the stuff that happens in New York all the time. Like, this is why a lot of people don't come forward with, you know, reporting things, especially in, you know, situations of domestic violence. It's like, why bother? Nobody cares.
Right. Exactly.
So I'm just glad it's over. And I'm glad that I have somebody in my life who is extremely supportive and loving and weird, but it's weird like me. Like, it matches my weird perfectly, and I could not ask for more. So
yeah, that is awesome. Hey, I just realized, I'm like, shit, we got like 10 minutes left. Did you see this teaser of the new song from Alex?
The end, I was rolling with Jimmy.
I haven't seen it yet. Don't spoil it.
Just the teaser. And before before we go into that, everybody needs to start watching Fish Tank tomorrow because season 4.
Yeah,
season 4. I laughed so hard at the Sam Hyde picture in the thumbnail. I was like, I wonder if Scott did that on purpose because that was so funny.
That's what I mean. I'm like, shit, I put him in the thumbnail purposely to promote and talk about Fish Tank 4 on Friday. And I totally
We're professional yappers, though. Everybody knows that.
Oh, shit. I hope I do this correctly here. Let me see if I get this. Boom. Something's going on. I don't know how DMS did his he like set it up so it's just the screen. I don't know what the hell I'm doing half the time. All right. So look how tiny it is. Ugh. There's so much stuff I love about OBS, and then there's a few things I really love about StreamYard. I'll figure this shit out.
I thought he was like cosplaying as the Joker at first. I didn't know what was happening.
I gotta see this. Well, it makes a lot more sense. Remember when he did his, I think it was the last, well, it was one of the last town halls he did, and he was like gay, and he's like, I don't know if it was supposed to be drugs or why his eyes are all fake.
That's creepy as shit, dude. I could have done without the nipple tweaking, but otherwise I think that I'm probably gonna end up peeing myself because it's gonna be so funny.
All right. I'm pretty sure you and I will be able to hear it. I just want to make sure they can hear it too. Let me bring up the stream. Hold on. One of these days will be good. That's another thing, positive thing I could say about Jesse. It's like, well, he's been doing it for centuries. He better be good by now.
Centuries. I think he's only a couple years older than me, honestly.
Yeah, but he's been doing it since he was like 9.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? He's been doing it for years, and I'm not insulting him. He's got the history. It's just like I respect Andy Worski. I'm pretty sure you know Andy Worski, right? Like, he's been doing it forever. Josh Moon from Kiwi Farms, he's been doing it forever. He was the same thing. Little kid on the internet, like, I guess you'd say millennial. I don't even know what the generation anybody is, but he's a little millennial kid getting.
I think I'm a millennial, which I hate, but
I think I'm Gen X.
I think you're X, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Which means I'm 31.
Right, yes.
Oops. I don't know.
You're an elder millennial.
I think it's funny to hide my age, even though I think I've told everybody already. I know I told everybody outside of Alex's actual show in Vegas the last time. People like, all right, you said if we come out, you're gonna tell us. I was like, oh yeah. So I think everybody knows, but I just like saying I'm 31. I don't know. All right.
Well, you don't look your actual age. You do look like 31 to 35. So You're good. You're good.
I will take that all day long. Oh, I appreciate it. All right, let's. Hopefully this plays for everybody. If it doesn't, everybody in the chat be like, "Can't hear it. You're an idiot." All right, ready? Here we
Struggle
go.
stream.
Struggle stream. Oh shit. Oh shit. Damn.
So creepy. So creepy.
And Jimmy's in the stall. Let's go. That's the video. I'm Alex, Jimmy, Paige, Brandon, Chris Darby, everybody over at the Blaze. When I forgot to even talk to Alex about the my movie script. I'm telling you, it's gonna be fucking fire. Basically, the movie, it's like not I don't want to give away the plot, but it's like Pineapple Express-ish. You know what I mean? It's like same kind of feel. It's gonna be
Interesting.
fucking fire. I swear, if we can get these cameras, I know these are Blaze cameras. They are perfect.
We'll just
They're like
sneak them out.
Yeah, like Glenn. We'll put a little, we'll be right back or an IOU right there. Glenn will be like, "Where'd all the cameras go? Where the fuck is Alex? I know they stole them."
That's funny.
Honestly, there's a part with a judge, and I want Glenn to play that part. Sam Hyde needs to play the
I was
bad
gonna
guy.
say, is he gonna be the villain still? Because I'm here
Yes!
for that.
Oh, I swear, I gotta tell you about it like private, and it's nothing I don't want the chat to know about, but people do steal ideas.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I actually, we got a couple minutes. I wrote a script about it was like so it was about a kid. It wasn't really a kid. He was like 35 or something. And he's living at home with his parents. He's a super baseball fan. He loves the Red Sox. And the opening scene of the movie is the playoffs, the Red Sox playoffs, and they beat the Yankees. It was like 7 games, like came back down 3, never happened before. And there's they're taking his grandfather, who he lives with his grandparents, and they're taking him from the fucking wheels and bringing him down, and they're putting him in an ambulance, and they're driving him away. That's it. I could bore you with the whole thing, but I wrote this, and that's the opening scene. So in Boston, they used to have the Massachusetts Commission hotline, and you could just call up and listen to auditions. And I had a pen and a paper. It was a bit of a pain in the ass because I had to listen to the whole hour-and-a-half thing like 3 times to write shit down. It's like, oh fuck, I missed the last 2 numbers. So years and years later, they started there's a website now. You can just go to the Massachusetts Film Office .com or org or whatever the hell it is. And I know the ladies down there. They're friggin' awesome. They used to get me, jobs and shit when I was younger. And I said, I have a script, blah, blah, blah. And they said, oh, that's great. So I sent them the script. I don't blame them. They didn't do anything, any problem. And next thing I know, they call me back and they say, honey, we have a big problem. I'm like, what's up? What the hell are the brothers? Big fame, not the Wachowski brothers, but the other people. Cohen brothers. The Coen brothers are doing a movie. It's so crazy because we all read your script and we love it. And we were going to send it out to, all the people, different directors, comedic directors and shit that they know. And they're like, and they were already starting filming on this movie with Drew Barrymore and fucking Jimmy Fallon. And
was that Fever Pitch?
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, and I'm watching Fever Pitch afterwards, and I am steaming pitch over here.
Was it basically like your movie?
A lot of scenes, not a lot. There's probably about 6 or 7 scenes that I swear they lifted. Maybe they didn't. To be fair, I mean, if you're gonna write something like that, it kind of writes itself, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And it was like sort of Happy Gilmore-ish. I really didn't mean to write it like that, but again, some things just kind of write themselves. It's easy. You know what I mean? It's in a way it's easy, but and I've written stuff, and that's why I'm afraid. And it's like, I don't know if some Hollywood person might hear the script idea. I actually mailed it back to myself. I did like a legal not trademark, but maybe it's trademark.
I was gonna say like patent or trademark or copyright or whatever the hell.
Copyright. I couldn't think of it. So I kind of did a legal copyright because I mailed it back to myself and it's completely sealed. So it's like anybody takes it, I can just bring it to a judge and say, look, it's sealed and it has the date on it. Like, come on, you know what I mean? But hopefully it doesn't get that far. But I swear it's gonna be so fucking amazing. If
we'll keep it under lock and key. There are eyes everywhere. I would like to be in this movie, preferably as like the villainess.
Ooh. I wish I could tell you the whole deal right now. It's so there are a ton of positions for whether it's a bit part, extra, short speaking role, long speaking role. I swear this I want a bunch of people in this.
I'm only a short 5-hour drive away, so
well, think about it. Like, really what I've been trying to do is to get Mark Wahlberg to do it. I know it sounds crazy, but that's how you got to do things. You just got to do it. And if he says no, he says no. Big deal, right. And then, I try to find somebody else to do it. Or we just do it our goddamn self.
I was going to say, hell yeah, let's do like an independent company thing. Like, why not?
Throw it on Tubi with Charleston White's movie. Fucking shit. I swear, people will absolutely love it. It's Alex is the star and Lila's the co-star. That's all I can really say.
And Sam is the bad guy. And I'm the bad guy's co-bad person.
Yeah, the henchman. There you go.
Oh, yeah. I'm a multifaceted henchman. Henchwoman.
You know what? Actually, there is a part where Sam would need he has a person working in the court who's helping to feed him information. Holy shit, that would be
that's perfect. I'm such a great detective.
Perfect. Yes. Oh my god. See what I mean? Everything really, in my opinion, falls into place. It's kind of like the thing writes itself, literally. Everything falls in a place where it should be. Now I'm getting excited for it again. I can't wait to do this shit.
No, dude, it sounds awesome.
I swear it's amazing. And I've watched way too many movies to be able to fuck this up. It's like wacky Bruce Willis movies and everything else. No audio.
Have we been talking this whole time and nobody can hear us again?
I will cry. Big text, and I really will. Please don't tell.
At least nobody will know what the plot of your movie is.
Oh, maybe there was no audio on Alex's thing, on Alex's video, because we got to hear each other. We've got to be able to. They got to be able to hear us, right? There was no audio. Okay, yeah, it was probably no audio on the damn thing. Hey, that's all right, because guess what? We got to go. There's 2 minutes to Alex, and now you guys can actually listen to the video and the whole song.
The whole thing.
Right? Shoot, I meant to start doing this. Oh, we got 4 minutes, so
I can't post the link in the chat right now.
Yeah, so. I'm gonna do it. I know you beat me to it. I couldn't believe. I'm like, she always beats me to the links every time. I love it though. It's fun.
The best part is like I'm on mobile. Like I'm on mobile, and like for like the ad reads and stuff in Alex's show, like I'm like actually typing everything out. And I still beat you, and I don't know how.
I'm like, listen, if I could show you my method, I have like 3 or 4 search engines. No, I have like 3 or 4 search engines. Well, I do, but I go in like I have like 40 something of whether it's certain guests or the spots, the advertisers.
I thought Dylan was home.
I just go in. Find it. I'm like, oh, this liver health, boom, copy paste. And I'm like, Morgan beat me.
You know what would be easier, honestly, is open up a Word document, copy paste the links into the Word document, and then just go like alt tab it and then just go back and forth.
That's genius, actually. Holy crap. By the way, I am so sorry to the chat. I didn't even keep up with the chat. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, Dylan is home.
Wait, Scott wrote fever pitch. Some of the scenes I should show you guys. I obviously still have my script. Kind of pissed me off a little bit, to be honest with you. I was like, wow. But I swear, see, this is the thing. I truly, truly, truly trust the ladies at the Film Office Commission hotline. Well, it's not a hotline anymore, but I don't I mean, it was probably, that's why I'm like, it just happenstance. It's like Red Sox, 86 years, didn't win, curse, blah, blah, blah. It all writes itself.
Yeah.
But shit, we better go. We got 2 minutes. I posted the Alex's thing in the link. Oh, thank you so much, Paige. I love you all. All right, we'll see you guys. All right, listen. Obviously, Alex Stein is next. Doc Bass Steve's after that. I'll be back Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much, Morgan, for being on the show.
Can't wait to do it again, dude.
Hell yeah. All right, we'll see you guys all over at Alex's. Peace.
Hi.